Good afternoon. This is cause number 2021-00685 in the interest of Mia Perez. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Cynthia Garcia, the mother.
All right, and for the state?
Kara Mitchell.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Cristostomo Perez Jr. is not present. He was personally served on March 15th, 2021 at 6:44 p.m. at 106 East Fairview Drive in Kingsville, Claiborne County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Mitchell?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Further, he was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail return receipt requested, which was they attempted to deliver. So we'll just proceed as a no answer default. Okay. All right. Let's proceed default.
Your Honor, the state will call its first witness, Ms. Garcia.
Okay.
Ms. Garcia, please state your name.
Cynthia Garcia.
What is the name of your child in this case?
Mia Gabriel Perez.
And what is her date of birth?
11/4/2010.
Okay, who's her dad?
Cristostomo Perez Jr.
Are you currently married?
No, ma'am.
And were you married when Mia was conceived?
No.
Okay. Did Mr. Perez sign an acknowledgement of paternity when Mia was born?
Yes.
Now, are you asking the court to establish the parent-child relationship between Mia and Mr. Perez?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to conservatorship, are you requesting that you and Mr. Perez be named joint managing conservators of Mia, with you having the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of her?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to possession and access, which is our visitation, are you asking for a standard possession order?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to child support, do you know if Mr. Perez is working at this time?
No, he is not.
Okay. Do you know if he has any other children outside of Mia who either live with him or who he pays child support for?
No, he does not.
Okay. How is Mia covered for health insurance?
She's not covered at this moment.
Okay, but you understand that this court could order that you participate in the government medical assistance program and health plan for her insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So based on the fact that Mr. Perez is not working, we were able to calculate child support age. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we determined that Mr. Perez should pay you $216 a month for child support starting October the 1st and every month thereafter. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so you're asking this court to order that Mr. Perez pay you $216 a month starting October the 1st, 2021 and every month thereafter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And with regard to health insurance, we were also able to determine that Mr. Perez should pay a $57 a month cash medical support. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so you're asking that this court order Mr. Perez to pay $57 a month starting October the 1st, 2021, and every month thereafter for a cash medical support. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you and Mr. Perez live together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long did you live together?
21 years.
Okay. When did Mr. Perez move out?
It's the end of September 2020.
Okay. When Mr. Perez moved out, did he give you any money to support Mia?
He gave her $400.
Okay. And so we were able to determine that, let me ask you this. Are you wanting this court to order that Mr. Perez pay you retroactive child support?
Yes.
Okay. And we were able to determine that Mr. Perez should pay $2,336 for for retroactive child support. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking this court to order that Mr. Perez pay you or take a judgment in the amount of $2,336 for retroactive child support?
Yes.
Okay. And are you asking that Mr. Perez be ordered to pay that amount back at $27 a month starting October the 1st, 2021, and every month thereafter?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you believe that Mr. Perez should pay court costs as ordered or as billed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe this order is in the best interest of Mia?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Jeffries, you handling the Davis matter?
Yes, Your Honor, Davis and Coronado.
All right. This is cause number 2021-10320 in the interest of Angel and Jaden Davis. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Please unmute yourself, Miss Anderson.
I do.
Miss Anderson, unmute yourself, please.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Latoya Anderson, and I'm the mother.
All right, and for the state.
Angela Jeffries with the Office of the Attorney General, Your Honor.
All right, court will note that the non-custodial parent is Tevin Jerome Davis. Mr. Davis was personally served on May 25th, 2021 at 12:48 p.m. and he has not filed an answer. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. He is not.
We'll proceed by default. Further, he was given notice by certified mail return receipt requested that was delivered on August 28th, 2021, and he has not made an appearance, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. He is not.
Let's proceed by default.
Thank you. The state calls Latoya Rachel Anderson. Ms. Anderson, how many children do you have before the court today, ma'am?
2,
All right. And what are your children's names?
Angel Davis and Jaden Davis,
All right. And how old are your two children?
14 and 11.
Okay. And who do you allege is the biological father of your two children?
Tevin Davis.
Okay. And when these two children were born, did you guys sign any documents to acknowledge paternity for these two children?
Yes.
Okay. And would that document be what we call an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes.
Okay. And in line with the fact that you and Mr. Davis signed that document, you're asking the court to make further orders and to find that he is the father of these children. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as your relationship with Mr. Davis right now, how would you say your relationship with him is?
It's good.
Okay. Do you believe that if the court would order you to co-parent, that you could co-parent with Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Okay. And you believe that it would be in the best interest of your children to appoint you to as joint managing conservators?
Yes.
Right. What county do you live in right now, Ms. Anderson?
In Harris County.
To your knowledge, what county does Mr. Davis live in?
Harris County.
All right. And do you understand that based on the fact that both of you live in Harris County, that you would be geographically restricted to reside in Harris and contiguous counties going forward?
Yes.
All right. And whose household do the children reside in?
And mine.
Okay. And okay. And are you asking the parent with the exclusive right to determine where the children will reside?
Can you repeat that? The phone went out.
Sure. Are you, due to the fact that the children reside in your household, are you asking that you be the parent with the exclusive right to determine where they will live?
Yes.
Okay. When's the last time Mr. Davis seen his two children?
I'm gonna say like a month or so.
Okay. Do they have regular visitation at this time, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Would you have any issue with the court ordering overnight visitation for your two children?
No.
All right. Do you believe it's in the best interest of the children that a standard possession order be entered?
Yes.
Okay. And so there would be no issue with overnight visits every other weekend, every first, third, and fifth weekend. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do they talk to their father on a regular basis, Ms. Anderson?
Yes, when he called.
Okay. Would you say they have a good or bad relationship?
They have a good one.
Okay. And you would be okay with him picking the children up from your house. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Do you know if Mr. Davis has any other children under 18?
Yes.
Okay. How many children under 18 does he have?
One.
Okay. Does that child reside in the household with him, or is he court ordered to pay child support for that child?
Resides in a household with him.
Okay. Do you have any private health or dental insurance available for this for these children?
No.
To your knowledge, does Mr. Davis have any private health or dental insurance available for these children?
No.
Okay. Do you understand that when we calculate support, we will give him credit for the other child that is in his household?
Yes.
All right. And as far as the cash medical, are you asking the court to order Mr. Davis to pay $101 beginning October 1st of 2021?
Yes.
All right. Now, as far as retroactive or back child support, are you seeking any retroactive or back child support in this case?
No.
Okay. And as far as the child support, again, you understand that that would be based on the Texas Family Guideline.
Right.
And that any payment that would be ordered, it would start October 1st of 2021?
Yes.
Okay. And if court costs are billed in this case, who do you believe the court should bill court costs against?
Tevin.
All right. And you signed this default order, is that correct?
Yes.
You believe it to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
All right. I have nothing further for this witness. I want to call my next witness, Your Honor.
All right.
The state calls Natasha Bidu. Ms. Bidu, where are you employed at, ma'am? You're muted, ma'am.
The Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division.
Okay. And what is your position there?
I'm a child support officer.
Okay. And what is the nature of your responsibilities and duties as a child support officer?
One of my responsibilities is to investigate and calculate non-custodial parent wage information.
Okay. And have you received special training to calculate child support and retroactive support in compliance with the Texas Family Code?
Yes.
All right. And have you calculated what the gross income for Mr. Davis was in this case?
Yes.
All right. And what was the gross resources that you found for Mr. Davis?
$1,697.66.
Okay. And what percentage did you apply in this case, ma'am?
22.5.
Okay. And what is the guideline child support amount in this case?
Child support is $315 and medical support 101.
Okay. And is that both to?
Starting first.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, do you, Ms. Anderson, do you have any questions of Ms. Vidu?
No.
Okay. We have no retroactive child support, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. May they be excused, sir.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Anderson, you can go ahead and hang up. And Ms. B, you can also go ahead and hang up.
What's been a mess?
Ms. Coronado, if you can unmute yourself and turn on your camera for the court to see you, please.
Hold on just a second. This is Lopez and
It says I cannot start video. Okay.
okay, this is cause number 2021-30242 in the instance of Josiah Contreras. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn.
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. I just want to confirm, is it the Coronado matter or is it a different matter? This should be Coronado.
No, I've got Lopez and Contreras. That's the only order I have. They're looking for Coronado.
Correct. The Lopez one is on hold for now, Your Honor.
All right, she's gonna go see if she's got a copy of
Yes, Your Honor.
the others.
It was printed to printer 1259.
Give me a case number, Miss Mitchell.
Cause number, Your Honor, is 2021-29607.
Yes, to 12 what, Arnold?
1259.
1259. Okay, so she's going over to get that one. This is Coronado, correct?
Correct.
All right, she's gonna go get a copy of the copy. This is also a default order.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right. Okay, this is cause number 2021-29607 in the interest of Jose Coronado. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Ma'am? All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Maribel Coronado and Jose Israel Coronado is my son.
All right, and for the state,
Angela Jeffries with the Office of the Attorney General, Your Honor.
court will note that the non-custodial parent is Jose Coronado. He was personally served on June 9th, 2021 at 1:21 p.m. at 2703 Zarate Avenue, Pasadena, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct?
He has not filed an answer, Your Honor, but he did appear today to log in on a Zoom. He hung up. We made several attempts to try and get him back on the call, and he did not answer those, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me indicate also that besides personal service, he was given further notice of this hearing. A certified mail return receipt requested, which was delivered on September 2nd, 2021 at 11:54 a.m. Now, father appeared earlier and appeared and left of on volition.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Maribel Coronado. Ms. Coronado, how many children do you have before the court today, ma'am?
One.
All right, and how old is your child?
He's about to be 2.
All right, and what is your child's full name?
Jose Israel Coronado.
All right, and who do you allege is the father of your son, ma'am?
Jose Coronado III, my husband.
Okay, and you mentioned your husband. When were you married to Mr. Coronado?
We got married April 13, 2018.
Okay, and was this child conceived during your marriage?
Yes.
Okay. As far as the day-to-day decision making regarding your son, who usually makes the decisions regarding your son?
I do.
Okay. If the child needed to go to a doctor's appointment, who would take them?
I do.
If there was an issue at school or daycare, who would handle that?
I do.
In the past, has Mr. Coronado ever been a part of the decision making regarding your child?
Not really.
Okay. How would you describe your relationship with Mr. Coronado right now?
Non-existent right now.
Okay. And do you believe at this time that the court should order you two to co-parent?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay. Why do you believe it's not in the best interest that the court order you to co-parent with Mr. Coronado?
Besides of the fact that before family violence, Mr. Coronado really hasn't been there for my son, even though he's physically been there. Many times I've had to take him to the doctor or an emergency to the ER, and Mr. Coronado will be outside drinking, and I would tell him, and it would be a non-answer whatsoever.
Okay. So you believe it's in the best interest that you be appointed as the sole managing conservator of this child?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you mentioned family violence. When was the last incident of family violence between you and Mr. Coronado?
The last incident of family violence was the beginning of April this year. He woke me up in the middle of the night by slapping me to the point of causing me a bruised eye because he claimed he owed money to somebody and he needed $20, but he was drunk.
Okay. Were the police called in that incident, ma'am?
No, I did not, ma'am, because in the past I have been threatened by Mr. Coronado because I am not a citizen, but I am under the Dreamers program, the DACA program, that he has threatened me and telling me that if I call the police on him, he would beat me black and blue, or that he would take my son away from me, or that CPS, at that time when we had a CPS case open, would take my son if I basically called 911.
Okay. And to the incident that happened in April of 2020, would you say that there's been any other incidents of family violence between you and Mr. Coronado in the past?
In the past, yes, there has.
Okay. And then during any of those incidents, has he been physical with you?
Yes, and there's one incident in 2019.
Mhm.
No, correction, I'm sorry, 2020, where we got into a physical assault because I would not give him the keys to my car. And basically there was push and shove, and my son was in between that, and that's why CPS got involved. And it got to the point that I had to go to the ER because he forced trauma on my right shoulder. And he struck me so hard that I landed on the floor, and then I lost conscious for a bit. So I
Okay.
had to go to ER for that.
Okay. Did he face any criminal charges from that incident?
At that moment, I did not. A detective called me like the next day because I had left the premises. I left to my parents' house and called me and said that if I wanted to press charges. I did not press charges at that time because, well, had just given birth to my son, and trying to make a family work and whatnot. I did press charges, and he was supposed to appear in court last month in LaPorte, Texas, and he did not.
Okay. So in line with your testimony, are you asking that the court find for family violence in this case at this time?
Yes.
All right. Now, as far as where you reside, do you reside in Harris County, Ms. Coronado?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Coronado, or what county does Mr. Coronado live in?
As far as I'm concerned, here in Harris County.
Okay. And whose household does your child reside in?
Mine.
Okay. You want to be the parent with exclusive right to determine where your child will reside in the future. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you understand that based on the fact that both of you live in Harris County, that you're geographically restricted to reside in Harris and contiguous counties?
Yes.
All right. Now, as far as visitation, when's the last time Mr. Coronado seen his son?
That morning of April 30th.
Okay. And since that time, has he had any regular visitation?
Not regular, but he did encounter me at a grocery store, and he thought he could approach me, but it was like a 5-second thing, like not even, yeah.
Okay. Would you be okay with the court ordering right now visitation overnight with your son?
No.
Okay. And what type of visitation do you think the court should impose in this case?
I would like that the Harris County Domestic Relations Office, the DOR, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. The DRO, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, DRO, sorry.
Right. And you want visitation to occur in a protective setting, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, because as of right now, even if Mr. Coronado had a place to live, in reality, no, I'm sorry, but I do not trust him with my child by himself.
Okay. To your knowledge, does Mr. Coronado have a job, or do you know where he works at, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do you know if Mr. Coronado has any other children under 18?
Yes, he's got a 16-year-old daughter in Florida.
Okay. Does he pay child support, or is he court ordered to pay child support for that child?
No, ma'am.
Do you know if that child resides in his household?
She does not. She resides with her mother, and her mother takes care of her and provides for her.
Okay. Do you have any private health or dental insurance available for your children?
No.
Do you know if Mr. Coronado has any private health or dental insurance, available for your son?
No.
Okay. And do you understand that today we're going to ask the court to order Mr. Coronado to pay $57 for the cash medical beginning October 1st of 2021?
Yes.
All right. And as far as the child support, you understand that we will set that amount in compliance with the Texas Family Guideline. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you understand that this order will be based off a minimum wage presumption today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that the guideline amount based off minimum wage is $216 beginning October 1st of 2021?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you seeking retroactive or back support for your child?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you said that you split up with him April 30th when that incident of family violence happened. Have you received any money from Mr. Coronado since you left, say May 1st of 2021, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All right. Has your son or you resided in the same household with him since you left April 30th?
No, ma'am.
All Right. And has he had possession of your child for an extended period of time?
No, ma'am.
And so based on your testimony, you asking the court to enter retroactive judgment in this case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you signed this default order, is that correct?
Yes.
And if court costs are billed, who do you believe the court should bill them against, you or Mr. Coronado?
Mr. Coronado.
Okay. And you mentioned the CPS case. Just to clarify for the court, is there still an open CPS case right now?
No, ma'am. Thank God it was closed. I did my
Okay.
classes and I complied with what they needed.
Okay. And you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And finally, as far as your address, do you feel like if Mr. Coronado knew your address or phone number, it would cause you harm or harassment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you know if Mr. Coronado knows where you live right now?
Unfortunately, he does. He ended up following me from work and the daycare of my son. And he knows up to the apartment number, to be quite honest.
Okay. If you should move, do you believe he would cause you harm or harassment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is it your testimony in the past that he has harassed you at your home address when he knew where you lived?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you are asking the court to not disclose your address in this order, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, call your next witness.
The state calls Arnaldo Barrera. Mr. Barrera, where are you employed at, sir?
The Office of the Attorney General,
All right, and what is your position there?
Child Support Officer,
All right, and what are the nature of your responsibilities and duties as a child support officer?
conduct investigations on calculating child support and retroactive child support.
All right, and have you received special training to calculate retroactive child support in compliance with the Texas Family Guideline?
Yes, I have.
All right, and have you calculated the retroactive support in this case?
Yes, I have.
All right, and what did you find the retroactive amount to be from May 1st of 2021 until today?
$1,080 as of
Right.
September 20th.
All right, and what is the recommended payout on this case?
$60 a month to begin October 1st and monthly thereafter.
Okay. And was there any type of direct payment in this case that you found? Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I need to recall the Ms. Coronado. I have nothing further for this witness.
Ms. Coronado, do you have any questions of Mr. Barrera?
No.
All right.
Ms. Coronado, just one last follow-up question. The $1,080, did you say he gave you any money since May 1st of 2021 directly?
No.
Nothing further, Your Honor. I passed the witness. Sorry about that.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused, sir?
Yes.